This is the strongest part of the build-up, because managers often speak with caution before matches like this. They praise the opponent, they lower expectations, they protect themselves with respectful language. But Arbeloa's tone was different. He clearly acknowledged the scale of the challenge, but he also made it clear that Real Madrid should never approach Manchester City feeling smaller than them. He framed the objective as going out to win, not simply trying to survive or manage a draw. And that is a massive statement.
After the win against Monaco, 20th of January, Real Madrid is always favorite. Do you think tomorrow we are favorites as well? Yes, that's what we think and what I think as well. We are Real Madrid. We are not underdogs. It doesn't matter the situation. We don't need to feel inferior to any team. We know the team that we are facing tomorrow, the quality of the players, the staff, what Manchester City.
Because this is not just a tactical comment, it is a psychological message. It says Madrid still believe they are Madrid, even when the headlines around them are messy. It says the shirt still matters. It says the Bernabeu still matters. And it says that, in Arbeloa's view, fear has no place in a tie like this. Now, is that risky? Of course it is. Because when you say you don't fear Manchester City, you put pressure on your own team. You create an expectation. You make every weakness look bigger if things go wrong. But that is exactly why the statement works. Because if Arbeloa had sounded timid, the whole atmosphere around Madrid would have become even more negative. Instead, he has done the opposite. He has challenged the narrative. He has basically said, yes, there is chaos around us, but that does not mean we are walking into this tie defeated. And honestly, that is probably the only tone a Real Madrid manager can afford to use. Because once you coach this club, especially in Europe, the moment you sound afraid, the entire room feels it. So Arbeloa's message is not just for the media, it is for the dressing room, it is for the supporters, and maybe most importantly, it is for Manchester City. The message is simple. Real Madrid may have problems, but they are not showing up with fear. Now here is where the tension rises. Because even as Arbeloa projects confidence, the reality around the squad is still chaotic. The biggest confirmed blow is Rodrygo. Real Madrid officially announced today that Rodrygo has successfully undergone surgery for ruptures of the anterior cruciate ligament and the external meniscus in his right leg, and that he will begin rehabilitation in the coming days. That is not a small injury update. That is a major structural blow. Because Rodrygo is not just depth. He is movement, unpredictability, combination play, and another elite attacking reference in games where one moment can decide everything. Losing a player like that changes how you imagine the tie. And this is where Arbeloa's comments become even more dramatic. Because he is talking about courage and confidence while one of Madrid's most important forwards has just gone through serious knee surgery. That's the contrast. The messaging says strength. The squad news says instability. And that is exactly why so many people are watching this build-up so closely. And there is the Luka Modric story. According to fresh reporting today, there are now rumors about a potential sensational return to Real Madrid, and Modric has publicly responded to that speculation. Now, to be clear, this is still rumor territory. This is not the same thing as an official club plan, but even the existence of that rumor tells you something important. It tells you the midfield discussion around Madrid is alive. It tells you people still feel a creative void around the team. And it tells you that, even before the season-defining match against City, the conversation around Madrid is already stretching beyond the present and into what the squad may need next. That's never a comfortable sign. Because when transfer rumors start mixing with injury news before a huge Champions League night, it creates the feeling of a club standing in two worlds at once. One world is about surviving the next game. The other is about what needs to change longer term. And Madrid are now living in both. So this second block is about contradiction. Arbeloa is pushing confidence. But the club is also dealing with one of the worst possible headlines, Rodrygo surgery, and a new wave of speculation around a Modric return. That is not calm preparation, that is pressure. And then comes the final twist in this story. Because if Real Madrid were hoping for one piece of outside good news before facing City, they did not get it. Rodri was sanctioned, yes, but he was not suspended. Instead, he received a fine and a warning over his post-match comments, but avoided a ban and remains available for Manchester City. That matters a lot, because Rodri is not just an important player. He is one of the central pieces of how City control matches. He gives them calm under pressure. He organizes the midfield. He protects transitions. He helps Guardiola's side dictate rhythm and regain control when games start becoming emotional. So if you are Real Madrid and you are already navigating your own internal chaos, the last thing you wanted was confirmation that Rodri would still be there. But that confirmation came. And that changes the mood of the tie. even if it does not decide the result. Because look at the contrast now. Arbeloa is trying to build a mindset of fearlessness. Rodrygo is out after major surgery. Modric rumors are adding another layer of noise. And Manchester City keep one of their most stabilizing players available. That is why this build-up feels so loaded. This is not one clean narrative. This is several volatile narratives colliding at once. Madrid are trying to act strong. City avoid a major disciplinary blow. And the emotional temperature around the tie keeps rising. So now the real question becomes, was Arbeloa's message a brilliant act of leadership or a dangerous gamble? Because if Madrid rise to the occasion, then his comments will look powerful. They will look like the perfect statement at the perfect time. They will look like the kind of line that reminds Europe who Real Madrid are. But if Madrid falls short, then those same comments will be replayed in a very different way. And that's why the opening message matters so much. Because by saying Madrid do not fear City, Arbeloa has made this bigger than just a pre-match press conference. He has turned it into a challenge to his players, a challenge to the opponent, and a challenge to the entire narrative surrounding Real Madrid right now. So yes, there is fresh chaos. Yes, there are injuries. Yes, there are rumors. Yes, Rodri is available. But none of that has changed Arbeloa's central point. Real Madrid are not approaching this game like victims. And whether that turns into a masterstroke or a disaster, we are about to find out. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, because this channel is all about the biggest Real Madrid stories, the biggest match build-ups, and the strongest football analysis in the lead-up to huge nights like this. And now let me know in the comments. Do you think Arbeloa is right not to fear Manchester City, or is he taking too big a risk with that message?